Alright, let's see if we can do some things right this game. That'd be nice. Didn't really get lucky last game, but had we played it properly, we would have had enough health to go 6, pull 2 6s in. There's even a chance you, like, top 3 that game. If you land the right 6s, you get like a mama bear there, you get a good beast chop, you stabilize. So I'll try to focus a bit more on the game and talk through the thought process that gets us there. Even though that looked hopeless, had we played it slightly differently, we could have been in a good spot. Alright, this feels like we just go Kale. For those of you who don't know, it's a new hero. Every third minion we buy gets +2/+2. It's reminds me of Yogg, but Yogg's like makes the shops earlier a little cleaner. Just take this and try to tie versus Murlocs, like the 2/3s and stuff. Tokens beat us every time. Could take this, but it only beats Alleycat, and like if they put the 2/1 first, which they always do, this thing dies anyway, so. But yeah, probably on the 5 gold turn, it's a sell, and then double buy, and then buff the next thing. Because it's Yogg, we don't beat this. It's unfortunate. So we got Yogg, we got Deathwing. Don't have a Kale, so it's only 1 Kale. Alright, dead guy makes for some interesting dynamics. Having a dead guy in the lobby suits my playstyle a lot. I tend to, like I said, I tend to be a pair gamer, and when a pair gamer meets a dead guy, it's, you know, that's where the magic happens. That sounds so wrong. That's where you just get the easy level 5, pull a 6, get an early Caligos, get an early Mama, we pop off. So we'll see if that ends up happening. Because we're playing Kale, it's also possible that we're just going to have some buffed stuff in the mid game and do some menagerie things, and then we're not really aiming for #1. I usually try to decide pretty quickly in the game whether I'm trying to win the game or whether I'm trying to be top 4. Those are pretty much the only goals, as aiming for less than top 4 is just, yeah. Alright, Togwaggle plus a big Glyph Guardian can work for our early game. It just means that we're probably going to want taunt, so like the 4/4 taunt dragon would be phenomenal, because it means they can't snipe the Tog, and it helps buff the Tog. Gotta buy him first, the pump here, of course. So yeah, we'll see what the next chop brings, but a 4/6 Glyph Guardian's nice. They probably have 3 minions by this time. Oh, what's Shudder doing? Shudder's going for the power level. Alright, I didn't see that. So yeah, 3 minions, as I said. Really unlikely at this turn, just doesn't happen. Power leveling much more common.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
A 2/2 Kindly Grandma or a 4/2 Sarlisk. Fighting 2 demons. What is that? There's a Deathwing in the lobby and we haven't faced them yet, I think. So I think there's a bit more value on the Kindly Grandma. I usually don't love the units, but it's okay, I guess. Next one pumps, so we gotta be a little careful. Do I want this second? I think I do. No, let's do it here. It's fine. This should eat either an Imprisoner or a 2/4 demon, which you should have on the board. Yep. Chunk. So yeah, because Bartender pushed a level, he doesn't buy 2 here. Or they don't buy 2 here, so. That's a tricky spot, because normally you're super happy with buying spawn, but a 4/4 spawn is awkward because it ends up not dying and then it doesn't buff. So this is where the Kale hero power is actually a little bit of a negative. So let's look at our opportunity. Let's look at our options, right? We can say a 4/4 spawn is better than no spawn and just take it. We could buy another thing first and then freeze and then play a spawn the turn after. If we get a 4/6 Murloc and a 5/7 Dragon, we really start to open up that menagerie path we spoke of. And then it's probably best for us to not pursue first place and just make sure we top 4. I think that's probably what we're going to do. So this will probably make it to the end of the game almost, unless we find an early fish. So I'm going to freeze this for my spawn. I'm going to level up so we don't fall behind. I'm going to buff the Murloc. And then it's at this moment that we decide to not play for first. If we get ridiculously lucky, right, it can always still happen, but it's important to know, you know, what you're aiming for. So pairs are going to be a lot less important. If you're playing for first, in my opinion, pairs are really important because what wins, you know, crazy scaling, right? Getting an early 6, getting early like double fish and you can poison them, getting an early Caligos, getting an early Mama Bear, all those things help you win the game. If you're not trying to win the game, you're just trying to top 4, we can improve the power level of our board incrementally. We don't have to have that big pair spike where you hit the triple, then you hit the Mama Bear. So if we're going to be playing for top 4, pairs lose a lot of value. So as we mentioned, we're going to grab the spawn. We're against Deathwing, so this thing might help. I'm not going to buy the Mekaru just for Deathwing. That's a little silly. Ooh, that is a huge hit, right? Remember when we talked about this? It's a huge hit. It feels like I just roll one more time. I'm trying to see if I miss anything, but we have a full board and this is definitely not vital, but I don't think I want to like sell 2 things for a war leader. That seems wrong, right? Yeah, so I'm just going to grab this and do one more roll. That is very good. It's a pair, but it's just good, right? So we take it. Pump this, put this here. Positioning. This feels okay. I can maybe move this a little bit to the back. Actually, no, I still want this here. I still want to be able to chunk a taunt. Actually, the 9 HP. So against Deathwing, I kind of like the high HPs in the back. But we still need this here to buff our Tog. So Deathwing has a Rat Pack, but the percentages look okay. I guess we're getting a lot of value out of Tog. So it gets to tank a couple rats. I'm not reading a lot of chat right now because I feel like I got a little flustered. Even though I've been a streamer for a very long time, for some reason sometimes still I get a little distracted, I get a little flustered though. Because the last game wasn't played well, right? Let's be honest. So I'm just focusing on my game this time. This can move up again. No reason to go crazy different here. This is going to be a 6/6, so we do want that on our board. So I guess we just burn 1 gold rolling. Feels like Zubat is the worst one here, right? I don't really want to keep this beast the buff, but this is better than this right now. That's early poison. And it costs me more than... It costs me 3 gold because I have to freeze. I'll think about it for a little bit. Is there cleave here? Unlikely, right? Yeah. I usually do not like early poison whatsoever. I think I'm gonna pass. If it was 2 gold, I think I take it. 3 gold, I think, is a little bit too steep. It costs 3 gold because you freeze, right? So you have to pay 1 more gold to reroll your shop. I think we're more interested in getting our menagerie engine rolling. So potentially Lightfang or Bran for that. There's already a Bran here, which is really scary with all these Murlocs. So Yogg is definitely a contender for first with a Bran already. That's another one of the scaling ones, right? If you get an early Bran and then Murlocs, you can definitely go for a win. Alright, but we beat him. yeah, we're not trying to place higher than him. I'm just trying to sneak top 4. Maybe a second, who knows. Depends on how strong the other guys are going to be. Hydra is great for our game plan because we do want a beast to buff. This is nice for a mech, of course, and we do want a mech eventually so that we can utilize either Bran or Lightfang. Bran with the mech buffs, of course. I think it is worth to go for the Hydra on the 3rd buy, just so it innately has more stats. It's nice to put it on the shield as well, but Hydra really likes that. We're a little low on money here, so we're just gonna roll. That's a really good dragon to buff, but this is already quite large. We could just have the Shredder. Let's have a look. This is going for sure. We definitely don't need this thing. Am I ditching my spawn here? Am I ditching the pair? Could very well ditch the pair. Could just ditch the Tog. Tog's putting in a lot of work right now, though. I think I might just ditch the spawn. Kind of want Hydra to go off first anyway, right? So lose a little bit of value of spawn there. I think that's it. I don't think we freeze. Put our boy down here. That's a mech now. Mechs, probably no cleave. I think we're good like this. This is interesting, but yeah. This might not stay the entire game. It's just quite powerful right now. So when we're trying to do this incremental improvement to the board, you have to be okay with taking things that might not stay the entire game. Just trying to make sure, you know, we go from fight to fight, keep winning, keep our health high, have a little bit of a buffer so that even if we face one of the high rollers, we don't immediately die. Okay, so far so good. Get to deal a good chunk of damage to Nas, which is nice. Puts us first in the lobby in terms of health, but we're definitely not the strongest. Hydra pair, I'm not really interested in. Even though I can buff it, I don't have enough space on the board for that. I think this is where I go to level 5 and just buy probably the +2/+2 on the mech and hold it in my hand. What am I playing? I'm playing Bartendotron, Dragons. Also, again, probably no cleave, so we're fine to leave the positioning as is. This is like good once again for the long term if you want to triple stuff and go like Mama Bear double buff, but we're not looking at that. We're looking to stay on 5 for a really long time. There's also this, right? And if you had the poison, this is a consideration, but we skipped it for more early power, which I still am fine with. We could take this, but because it has taunt, it's probably going to die pretty early and lose the value anyway because it's a Shredder. So I think we just play what I said we were going to do, right? Hold this in our hand, and if we don't hit this pair next turn, we're probably going to ditch it. Probably going to ditch Tog soonish. I want to see how he performs. He's probably going to start falling off. Let's keep an eye out for what Mr. Tog is doing during combat.
Let's see if you can stay on top.
So the orbs indicate where you're at with your hero power, and every third minion you buy gets +2/+2. So the next minion we buy gets +2/+2. I will just look at chat after the game and answer questions. So we'll take a few minutes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to just ask them again after chat. I'll also scroll up so be able to see that. All right, we reduce -3 here. That's okay on the turn where we leveled, right? This is where we're trying to get that menagerie scaling so we don't fall off too hard. I could end up with 2 mechs. Let's see. I think I do, actually. It's a little bit too good. It's a bit too late for crowd favorite. This means that we might even do leapers. Yeah, that buff is sweet. Okay. This makes Strong Shell pretty good. But I think it's a bit early. I first need Bran. Actually, I could just taunt everything and then Houndmaster, right? Yeah. So the next one gets pumped. Let's have a look. I need to ditch 2 things, so it's time to say goodbye to this. I think Tog goes as well. Which means I guess we can do this and see if we hit, right? Oh! So man, not dipping in here really feels wrong. I think it's a bit of a middle of the road play. I think I hold the Houndmaster and the Argus. But I play these 2 to have another Divine Shield mech. And then next turn, I guess the Brand gets the buff. So we're going to float 1 gold, and I'm not sure if that's right, but what the hell? I guess I can't hold the Houndmaster. Guess we're doing this then. So that's not a good turn. Had we known that, we could have just buffed twice and bought the Brand and put him on the board, right? Because now I floated 1 gold to get an extra +2/+2 on a Hydra. That seems wrong. Oh well. Doesn't look like we're dead. Famous last words, I guess. No, Hank's also dead. Alright, I need to hang on for, I guess, another 2 turns. Next one included. If we live for another 2 turns, we should be fine. This Murloc buff isn't good enough anymore. Right, I almost forgot, but we did it in the right order. Back you go. That's okay, but we're kind of past that. I feel like with Brand, we can do so much better. I'm fighting beasts, yeah, I don't think I need poison. That is, as they refer to it, the nuts, so that's nice. So everything's taunted, so we get to use this, that's nice. I guess we end on the Magician, that's fine. Yeah, and then take a roll. Alright. Beasts, the chance of cleave goes up by quite a bit. So I guess we want to separate our Divine Shield so they don't get cleaved. And then there's potentially a world where you separate these, but I think I want to attack with 2 high attack minions early, right? Yeah, because we could go first and then this is not so bad to get cleaved anymore. That's a lot of stats sort of out of nowhere, so let's hope it's enough. There's no Mama Bear, so it's looking okay. We chunked this cleave, that's pretty sweet. Alright, looks like our cleave protection worked out. We saved 1 Divine Shield, we sniped this Hydra. So that's 1 out of 2 rounds, right? I did say that we have to live about 2 more rounds. That's 1 out of 2. If we get lucky, we could do better. If we get unlucky, we get a high roller and we lose. Yogg was going Murlocs, so if we face Yogg on the turn where he Megasaurs, then we're screwed. Not much to do about it. If someone else faces him, they're probably going to die, and then we sneak top 4. It's already possible we sneak top 4 here. We're taking out AFK. Okay, sweet. So we've secured the top 3 in identifying our game plan, knowing that we have to play for that, you know, mid-level position. There is even a chance we beat this guy. I don't know if he hit. He's had 2 triples already. I don't know if it was on 5. Yogg is chilling. He's fighting the ghost. It's good for him. This could go back in. Oh, that is beautiful. I kind of wish that this was this, but it's a bit late. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that back in the pool already. I could even end on this, but I think I want buffs, right? I I could end on a 6/6 dragon. I could end on a gold rim, but I kind of want to cleave first, right? Let's see. Yeah, I think I just have a 6/6 dragon, right? I could sell the Bran afterwards and just try to kill him with a gold rim. What's the point? It's a bit late. I think we just do this. Yeah. I don't think it matters that much. I think if we have a great standalone there, we could do that. Odds are looking okay right now. I'm assuming that he's hit the Megastar, but we don't know that. It's just a prediction. Alright, Bartendotron. Sweet dreams. 27%. Got pretty lucky in killing him. So top 2, that's really nice. Okay, so if Yogg missed, we might win. Who knows? We're just gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna put a pile of stats on here, and if he has Divine Shield Poison, we lose, and that's gonna be the end of that. I almost want to roll first, right? See if I can hit the trip, but I actually can't, right? Above this again, sure. I did hit the triple, but what can I even hit, right? Like Megasaur Adapt. Because I want these buffs. I don't want to get rid of anything. I'm not going to bend over backwards to try and make that happen. If this is the wrong place, so be it. Whatever, man. I'm just going to get go and do things. By the little dude. We could, in the end, sell the brand for a buff. Because it's probably the last round. In which case, this might have been poorly ordered. It's probably stronger. Oh, I don't have the money. Okay. I mean, it's over, right? It doesn't really matter. I'll freeze it because it's a good chop. But freezing for the next game. Kick W. Yeah, versus Murlocs, this is fine, I guess. Maybe move this up. Maybe even one more. Alright, well, he's either hit or he didn't. There's no Divine Shields on there. 99% lethal. So he missed. So we got really lucky, right? We first secured top 4, and then our opponent got unlucky. He never got the Divine Shields. So we win. Feels good. Any chance you can move the top donation thing down a little so we can see the overlay turn counter? Sure.